first season of Showtime's Yellowjackets has created an intriguing mystery. A twisty narrative that combines elements of Lost, Lord of the Flies, and the well-documented story of the real-life rugby team that resorted to cannibalism.
Just like they did with those guys who crashed in the Andes.
The show has led to fervent theorizing about what really happened to the high school soccer team, and after the season 1 finale, it's safe to say that there are more unresolved matters than ever before.
What? There's no book club?
While we wait for Yellowjackets to return for season 2, let's explore the two pivotal mysteries that could provide the key to unlocking the truth of what happened 25 years ago in the wilderness and the impact it's having on the present. We're headed into big spoiler town here, so click away if you're not caught up on the finale just yet. The season 1 finale seems to have a definitive answer regarding Jackie's fate. She froze to death outside of the cabin. But previous moments in the season lead us to believe that she may have the same miraculous recovery as Van after the wolf attack. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice that Jackie's diary lists movies that came out after the team went missing, which suggests she'll make it home from the wilderness only to presumably die after returning to civilization. The journal could be a production error, and every theory centering on this might be the result of not double-checking specific release dates, but it seems out of character given how meticulously the series has handled its mystery so far. Van's talk with Ty adds credence to the idea that Jackie will be snapping back from her hypothermia as she says, "I don't think I was dead, but I wasn't really alive either. I think I was in between or something." Ty may not be buying it, but Van insists she saw something during the experience.
Something was out there.
The vision we see before the reveal of Jackie's supposed corpse ties directly into this explanation. One of the men from Yellowjackets' opening credits welcomes her, saying, "So glad you're joining us. We've been waiting for you." He doesn't have a French-Canadian accent, so he's not tied to the pilot that seems to have led to Laura Lee's untimely plane crash, and he's got eyes, so he's not the man Ty keeps seeing. Is this the ringleader? Does he have control of Van? And will he now have control of Jackie as well? Jackie's would-be death ties into the fan-dubbed Antler Queen of it all. The end of the finale reveals Lottie offering the bear heart and donning the crown, setting her up as the likely pack leader. She speaks in French to the altar, tying her once again to the pilot whose corpse they found in the attic.
French? Since when does Lottie speak French?
But this leads to another potential connection. Both Laura Lee and Lottie get flashback scenes revealing their near-death experiences earlier in the season. Laura Lee's is an unfortunate diving accident, while Lottie manages to save her parents with her abilities before they drive into a fatal car crash.
It is a pretty big coincidence that Lottie dreamed about it.
Van's brush with death came via the wolves, while Jackie's likely close call is experienced in the first frost of the season.
What happens when winter gets here? We starve to death or freeze?
This leads to two potential outcomes. The first is a gimme. Jackie's likely to join Lottie's crew after her supernatural survival.
Right.
The second, though, is one that's only hinted at via all these other threads. Laura Lee isn't dead either, and we'll see her return in season 2. The tense final moments of the finale show modern-day Natalie on the brink of suicide, but it's not Misty who bursts through the door to stop her. Instead, a group of cult members bearing the symbol seen throughout the island, and on the site of Travis's suicide, kidnap her before she can pull the trigger. As Nat's being kidnapped, we learn via the voicemail that's playing that it was Lottie who drained Travis's bank account, and that he was apparently murdered after all. The cult Lottie double whammy infers Lottie continued her religious calling when she made it back to civilization. The major question that stems from this is whether or not the other survivors drank this figurative Kool-Aid.
This symbol thing is totally seance-y.
Is Van still knocking around? And if so, can Julia Stiles be cast as the adult version?
Oh, okay.
Thais' conclusion ties into the cult in both direct and indirect ways. To the surprise of everyone, including her, she mysteriously wins the election everybody thought she was definitely going to lose, and as she does, her wife discovers the altar in the basement, which includes their son Sammy's creepy doll, the missing family dog Biscuit's head and heart, and the same symbol that's painted in the wall in red. Ty may be a skeptic, but she's about to find out about her double life along with everybody else. Speaking of double lives, Adam going missing sure did make the news awful quick. Add this to the fender bender meet cute and the fact that he accidentally stumbled in as Shauna was trying to catch Jeff cheating.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we've got our eye on you, culty boy. Adam, unlike the revived Yellowjackets, is hacked to pieces by Shauna and very dead.
Well, I needed answers. So, Shauna.
Those are the two big mysteries that we think are at the heart of unlocking the full Yellowjacket story. But what do you think is really going on in the show? Let's discuss in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe to IGN wherever you watch.
It's gonna be pretty boring. Why don't you get a jump on your book club?
Yeah, I'll find something to do.